For my Middle Earth stuff, actually. The Hobbit needs realigned over here, as you can see. Um, we'll do a little walk around, actually. Um, this is the Rivendell section, which I'm gonna try to add a little bit more onto this, but this set is the best set ever made. Over here, I'm actually might like start this now. I'm starting to think and watch some of the source material for. Here I'll show you. I have pretty much all my pieces sorted out, pretty much like around the room. That's the Mordor section. I actually did get the Fell Beast to actually, you can see that, yeah. To fly there. I'm eventually going to set up my phone like pretty much just on the selfie stick and just show you what I'm working on and see if this like maybe might draw some heads. But I wanted to talk about the interior I'm gonna do for the Mines of Moria. I'm already pretty much updated the Bridge of Casa Doom a little bit better than what I received in the set. But I want to do the pillars for the Mines of Moria, and I'm going to use these pieces and put them side by side and stack them up. That way I can make like kind of like the, what would you call it, the turrets, or yes, I guess you call it a turret, yeah. So let me see what I can find in here. Actually, you know what, I'm gonna set up my phone so I can just show you what I'm working on here. But here's my layout for the Middle Earth. Okay, I hope everybody's enjoying themselves, and sorry about all the rough shape of the world. Hopefully like watching this and I don't know, this Lego Lord of the Rings stuff is really a big part of who I am. I would say Lord of the Rings had a big impact on my life. My dad was a longtime fan. Apparently they had it on the radio with some character actors, but we both shared a love for these series written by Tolkien, obviously, and they really did do a good job with the movies. They took a lot of time into looking into all the book source material. Okay, I cannot rotate it, but that's fine. Okay, let me get my phone set up. What's up? All right, so let me get back to what I was doing here. Okay, so I'm basically going to be looking for these. Let me see. There we go, perfect. Okay, that's actually going to be where the scene is with the Kraken in the Fellowship of the Ring. I'm going to make it coming out of the water. I've seen a few different versions of the Doors of Durin. Actually, this actually wouldn't be a bad piece. I actually just kind of grabbed that randomly. It would be better to have it in a darker gray or silver. Let me see if you can make sure everybody can see what I'm working on here. I'm gonna need probably actually some base plates for inside of the Moria. So I'm just gonna start off with one silver one. Eventually, I might change that. That could easily change. Okay, what I'm mainly looking for are those pieces that I can build on the side for it. Okay, actually, you know what? This is random, but I was thinking of doing a possible bubble hockey Lego. I think that would be really, really, really cool. I'm sure that's achievable. You would just have to run the Technic fins through it, pretty much. Yeah. And kind of pull them back and forth. Yeah. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I probably don't want to make that, see, I don't want the white to show. So I'm going to build this up. Actually, you know what? I can use really any color because the side of it is gonna be, I'm gonna try to match it up. Actually, this is cool. This is from Hot Topic. They have the elven rings. I'm wearing the dwarf ring, but I saw that in the store and I was thinking to myself, wow, that's like a really iconic ring from the Rings of Power series, which the first season I wasn't very big fan of, but kind of grew on everybody, I think. They definitely picked up in the second season. All right, so for instance, like, see, I can gap this out a little bit. I can do that. Okay, cool. Honestly, these Lego Lord of the Rings sets, they had a lot of people involved in those design team for making the Rivendell an actual set. There's so much like thought process that goes into it. But okay, so I'm gonna basically like put these in the middle. That's more of like where like the fire Balrog is. Here, this one's even better actually. Okay. So maybe I'm thinking maybe do like something like this. Okay. And I actually had to take off a few pieces felt from like say like the Eye of Sauron, the Barad-dûr set. Alright, let me see if I can find some more pieces so I can build up on the sides. And here we go. This is perfect. Cool. So here's a silver one. That's a tile. I can use that. I actually had to sell my entire collection to get the Shire and Barad-dûr. But and so I've been pretty much like rebuying like all my loose organized pieces back. And so I think I have a decent amount now at this point. Okay. Here we go. Here's another one I can use. Okay. You know what? Maybe I'll take this with me. Why not? Okay. So like I said, a lot of this is actually really cool. This is a Venus Doom custom mosaic that I'm working on, and I've realized that I can use the tiles instead of just the studs, because I was running out of the burnt orange from the Iron Man set that I use. But this is coming together really nicely. It's just that I have so many projects that I'm working on right now. It's unreal. I'm so glad that I got this set up down here. So this is where I'm gonna actually put the black gate. I put some tiles down here that way when I run the motor, which I do have some motor pieces actually. So I'm planning on putting one here for the left side of the black gate, and then put one here, and then it would just pretty much just be the towers. Over across from it, I'm gonna put the Minas Tirith set coming out. I'm really excited for that. That's really, really awesome. I just want to see it like pretty much from where Denethor jumped off of the edge of the Minas Tirith, like how you look across and you see the Eye of Sauron. And actually, while I have everyone on, I'm sorry, we're definitely jumping from Moria today in Middle Earth over to Barad-dûr. But I wanted to show you, I got a remote for this. This is cool. Okay, so I can change it from red to orange and kind of play with the colors a little bit. In my opinion, the orange, and then I think you can hit, yeah, it's kind of like a flick. Look at that. That's so cool. This is, okay, the best, like pretty much, I can get it. This is actually looking really good with the lighting. It's really cold out everywhere. But see, if you move it around, I like to do that because it makes it look like it's more realistic. It's just like the eye can see. That looks cool. And I use, let me show you here. I'm gonna spin this around. This is cool. I'm gonna do a walk around and kind of do a couple different Lord of the Rings projects here and there at a time. But this is just an idea of how I kept this light on the back behind the Eye of Sauron. So what I did, okay, there, that's perfect. Okay, so if you kind of build up and then across, and just make a kind of platform. You can put these door pieces here, and then you're able to slide that in right behind it. I definitely recommend, if you have this set, to definitely try to do this. This is perfect. Okay, let me turn it back on. The only bad thing is that I leave them on. Okay, there we go. Yeah, just remember it's orange, and then I think strobe, and that way it looks like just the more natural fire. Hey, what's up, guys? This is actually my Middle Earth, pretty much basement. I used to do Harry Potter and Star Wars, and I busted out all my shelves. So, we're gonna jump back and go around to the different areas. The Helm's Deep, as I said earlier, I had to ditch my collection to buy the Barad and the Shire. Okay, so over here, I'm gonna be working on multiple Lord of the Rings projects at a time here. And I'm thinking that I'm just gonna leave my camera like kind of over in the corner and work around at a time. And I'm gonna grab my phone as much as I can and talk and kind of share this with everybody. This is my Hobbiton at the current time. Unfortunately, I had to move all of the green base plates that I had on different shelving in my room, and there was just not enough room. So I plan on putting the Shire here. I'm doing the Bilbo birthday, which I do have some really cool, these are like the party lights that are on the party tree. And I kind of just mirrored that. You get this like kind of string. I'm sorry, yeah. Let me grab that. Yeah, just alternate between the red, yellow, blue, green. I'd like to do a couple of these actually, but see, this is really cool. I can't wait till this is all done. I got these ones. These are cheaper dollar store. They're strobe lights. But I noticed that whenever I hold it like kind of above where the Bilbo birthday party scene is, it makes it look like it's pretty much like it's flashing like a birthday party would. I'd have to get new batteries for that. But eventually this is all going to be lit up. Let me go over and here's the Rivendell. This is the light actually I used for the Eye of Sauron. Hopefully there's some type of brand or some way if people want to go out and buy this themselves. Okay, so here are just a basic, it's a pretty long strand of lights. I'm gonna run this. Okay, as long as it doesn't fall over. Okay, that's fine. Okay, there's a lot to work on. So there's a lot to cover actually, yeah. I'm gonna run that light through the Rivendell and light that up. The main parts that you like pretty much want to get are inside of where the forge is, where they make the Narsil or the Anduril, whichever one. Here is the Rivendell, and let me remind you, this is so cool. If you watch the movie, it's so accurate, like the way they did this. I'm really happy with this set. Just visually, it's so good. Yeah, this is the best Lego set ever made. Just like the way they did the roof, and there's so many different angles. They just built up like the stairs and all the siding and the water detail. That's amazing. I think everybody should copy that. It's pretty much just like a teal blue, and then they use the translucent blue on top of that. But I have been a very big fan of that. Okay, so this is where I started the video. I'm kind of just jumping into this. Thank you for hopefully tuning in and sharing this Lord of the Rings stuff with me. My goal is to make the Kraken, where the Fellowship is attacked, right in front of the doors of Durin. I'd like to make like an entrance, like say right here. My goal is to do kind of like some neat, here, let me take these off, because this is kind of like going to be more where the Balrog is. I'm going to try to make it, but the way you can do this is pretty much stacking these up and using these tiles for the turrets that are in Moria. So this will be really, really cool. This is going to take a lot of time, but I'm just want to take my time, and kind of doing a lot of projects at once. This is actually really cool. Here's another thing. I have so many cool like Lego Lord of the Rings ideas. It's not even funny. I use, sorry, I use the old weapons from the Middle Earth Lord of the Rings toys for the Balrog. This is his chain. Oh, that looks really cool. I'm not a big fan of the set, but I think they did a pretty good job, honestly. I mean, yeah, the only thing I can't get by is that the mouth almost isn't a mouth. I think that was the problem. I think the face is good, the way they did the horns and everything. It's just that it's not a human or like anything on Earth. It's in Middle Earth, like as a pretty much a demon of the ancient world. That's the sword, which is pretty darn stellar for the Balrog. I will fix that later. Here's another cool thing. If you wanted to make a plaque for Gandalf, for You Shall Not Pass, this is more like UCS style. I put the ring with just a basic stud there and put some tiles around it. But I think that looks much better than kind of just connecting it to the not so great Bridge of Casa Doom that is not present. I pretty much just kind of have this like not very done at all actually at the moment, to be honest with you, but for now I wanted to display the Moria section of the Gandalf versus the Balrog over there. Cool. Okay, so one of the things that I did have to take the loss for was getting rid of Helm's Deep to get the Shire in Barad-dûr. But as you can see, I'm pretty excited about building all this stuff up. This is where I'm going to put the Helm's Deep. I kind of just did the basic layout. I might mimic the building instruction version of it, but I'm not 100% sure. Okay, so this is the lava little piece I stuck here, but okay, here are like pretty much like the main things that I'm doing, because actually, you know what, I want to show you my Mount Doom that I finished. I did a custom, but first off, I have to do a black gate, and I'm going to make it motorized. I do have 2 of these, and I don't think that's going to be hard. I'm just going to have to build across and just add the Technic to the bricks. Unfortunately, the Barad-dûr kind of snapped a little bit. I did gut it out so I can make it a little bit more, just, I guess, more adult-like. This is cool. This is the box set from the Return of the King extended version, and I have this as a backdrop for the Barad-dûr. And another thing, okay, let me show you this. These steps that I added, or the stairs, I guess it's more like a ladder kind of, I guess you can call it, but you definitely can see them in the Fellowship of the Ring when they kind of do the, they go up and turn around with it. I should totally do the kind of reenactments from the movies as I do this. But this is so cool. If you move, if you do that, if you turn that, the door actually opens. And it's pretty seamless. I don't know if you can see like on the inside here. Let's see here. Like the mechanism. I'll do that at a later time. I don't want anything to fall because, yeah, it's just something that I don't need to do when I have so many projects. Okay, here we have the Fell Beast, and I have him hanging from a string. That's so cool. His underbelly's so sick. I don't have the proper part for his mouth yet, but does that not look pretty darn swell? Like, look at that. Especially, look at that, like near the Eye of Sauron. That's pretty dope. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, I have a lot to cover here. This is actually awesome. I'm glad I'm sharing this with everybody. I hope everyone's doing great. This is kind of my beginning of the inside of the Black Land of Mordor. This is neat. Oh, look at that. There we go. We got Sauron. Unfortunately, I think that my elven soldier, I think he probably fell through. Okay, here we go. We got it. All right, check this out. So this is a way you can make one of the like dead marsh or one of the elven soldiers from the First Age of Middle Earth. I used I think it was the Wonder Woman 84, and this is Loki's helmet. And I just used like the skeleton and swapped out the hands. I think that looks pretty dope. I'm trying to make, here's the custom Mount Doom. This took me 4 to 5 months. It fell over more than I care to admit, quite a lot. But it is together and I am pretty happy with it. I have a little bit more to add. I have to put just the curved pieces over that, and I can make it a little bit taller. I do want to mention, when I made the frame for the doorway for this, okay, that's a good shot. This is a great shot. Look at this. Check this out. That's dope. Throw it in the fire. Okay, that's gonna happen later. To be continued. I'm totally gonna do that. I want to show you. I got the rock portion to kind of protrude outward in between like these cracks. And here I have some cool spike pieces for the doorway. I want to show you too. But if you see the reference material and the I think it's Game of War, or there's a video game, and they have these triangles pretty much above the doorway like this. And I was able to accomplish that a couple different ways actually. Let me come around here and show you. I use these pieces, and if you turn them like kind of sideways, this is cool. Actually, here's like a back part of it. I did take the suggestion of a family member and did start to cover up the back part of it with this black. But this is not going anywhere. Originally, I had like a base plate in the back of it, but I did the two sides of the doorway and like attach that down, and this is funny, I kind of like placed it inward and connected the back onto it in such a way that it's not really going anywhere. Like honestly, like I can kind of tap it and it's not going to fall apart. So definitely props to me for doing that. Let's show you the interior. Okay, so this is the inside of the Mount Doom custom that I did. This is in Mordor, the Black Land. Okay, so what I did, I made a play feature. So you can fill up this like half rock part. Okay, that's a cool one. That's a cool shot. I did try to get like the lava to drip out like that. Like check this out. Like how do you guys think I did? That is a play feature. So if you want to put like rocks or lava or skeleton bones or weapons, you can pull that out and it's going to fall down into the back of the Mountain of Doom, the Mountain of Fire, where the ring was made. I'm totally going to have to do these reenactments from the movie. I'm really most excited about doing probably it for this bridge portion of the inside of Mount Doom. I did kind of copy a little bit off the Barad as far as like pretty much like the inside of where like this lava portion is. The big thing is that they used orange under, so the entire bottom of this, I wish I did have more of the, I guess you can call them turrets, or yeah, the, oh geez, I can't even think of it. But did have in the movie, I know it's like about 10 or 11. This is pretty UCS scaled. Like this is a pretty substantial, like heavy set. And the way I did it so many times, and it fell over so many times because I was being very particular. I wanted this to be really good, like play set. Like, how do they make this extravagant $500 Barad, and then they gave us like this little rock portion and they expected us to fit Frodo, Sam, and Gollum on, which was, it's kind of like just like a little side build, I know, but my first thoughts was I have to do the Mount Doom, the bridge scene. Okay, so let me get into the play feature for this then. Okay, all right. So obviously there's like plenty of room. Okay, check this out. This is Frodo's finger from in Return of the King. When he puts on the ring, he said he pretty much says, "The ring is mine," and then he disappears. Okay, so we're gonna reenact this. It's gonna be cool. In which case, Gollum comes up, and he's had the ring for 500 years. This ring has poisoned his mind. So he jumps onto, which actually, let's show you the comparison of the old Gollum to the new Gollum. This is the newer Gollum. I like the older Gollum far better. It's just a bigger character, I believe, and the face is just much better. This looks more like, which I'm not hating on it. You can't nitpick this stuff, but if I had to nitpick, it does look a little bit like Darth Sidious, I would say, right? Okay, so I'm gonna get back to the reenactment here. Here I have Gollum with the rock, because he does knock out Sam at one point. He jumps onto Frodo, and he bites his finger off. Okay, and there we have Frodo's finger. Okay, and I used the claw piece. This is so funny. I don't mean to make it gory or anything. I mean, it is like pretty cool though. I put it kind of dripping blood a little bit, and did Frodo's finger. I don't know if anyone has ever seen the old Lord of the Rings animated series, but there's a song in it, Frodo of the Nine Fingers and the Ring of Doom. Okay. I just think that's really cool. I added that. That's a little Easter egg, is Frodo's finger. Okay, they're fighting at the end here. I gotta start at the beginning. Okay, so what I did, okay, I gotta slow down here. This is too exciting. I love to share this with everybody. Thank you. All right, so there we got Gollum and Frodo, and I don't have the ring, or the string, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna attach a string onto that, and then pretty much put that in Frodo's hand. Let me see if I can. Okay, so I'm gonna skip that, but for now, this is the play feature for Gollum and Frodo at the edge of Mount Doom. Okay, the ring fell off. Okay, but as you can see, that worked pretty nicely. Gollum falls down into the fire with the ring. Actually, you know what? That actually worked perfect. I could totally do it like that. So whenever, okay, it's not gonna work perfectly, but I wish I could. That's the closest I'm gonna get it. But if I can get him to land right here, yeah, actually, I'm not a big fan of that. Okay, he's really kind of holding on for dear life here. And I took off where, we're gonna put him right here for now. But I wanna show you, and that fell apart. Okay, I'm gonna show you where you can put Sam. So he comes to save the day. Da-da-da. Okay, put down his trusty sword. Okay, here we go. All right, then you place Sam here, and you can actually make him like lean over the edge of the rock. Here, take my hand. Don't you let go. Don't let go. Which, oh jeez. Okay, this is pretty good. Okay, so he grabs him, takes him up. And then, where's the ring? The ring, here, I'll get the ring from over here. Okay, what's up, people just watching? This is my Middle Earth land. I'm working on upgrading all the Lord of the Rings Lego sets. I have them all pretty much scattered around here in the room. I'm gonna be working on a lot of different projects at a time. And here's the Hobbiton. Here's the Rivendell and the Mines of Moria, which I was going over. I'd like to do the columns in the middle of the Mines of Moria, where the dwarves kept their riches. Okay, we're jumping back, and let's go back to the Mount Doom, because I was trying to look for a ring for the scene in Return of the King. Okay, so here we have Gandalf. You shall not pass. Okay. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. See, actually, you know what I did? Actually, my buddy was over, and started to do a walkthrough. Okay, here's a good shot. There's the fell beast. See, I wanted to do it like this, and then maybe even put the Eye of Sauron in the middle, but this is perfect the way I did this, because if you're like say in a meeting, you would do like the U shape pretty much, so everybody can like see each other and whatnot, and everybody can navigate through. So that's pretty much why I did that. But here's my Hobbiton, which I need to definitely swap a couple things around. But I'm liking the way this looks, and this is let me remind you, it's all going to be lit up, and hopefully having some moving parts, such as like the black gate. There's just some lights around. Okay, I do have the ring. I didn't want to take too long, but I want to catch everyone up on like where I'm at. So the ring dissolves, and another cool thing, not at the moment, but I could actually do the layout for this and make it so it could be a play feature. Say like this could all collapse apart. No, I will not pretty much like break the Barad-dûr down. In the movie, it is pretty cool, and whenever the ring is destroyed and all of Mordor pretty much falls into a giant hole. What's up, guys? Thank you for chiming in. I hope everyone's enjoying themselves. So Minas Tirith is across from the Mordor, Barad-dûr, the Black Land in Tolkien's world. But I was going over what happens at the end of the Return of the King in the bridge scene. And that would be so hard, but here, let me show you again. See, that's the thing. I have a light for this, and it keeps going out, I think just because the battery dies. Okay, let me remind you, it's orange and then strobe. Go out to the, I think, the Dollar Tree. They have these really cool, actually, this is another one. This is the other strobe light I'm using for the Bilbo party scene. But these are the lights I use for the Eye of Sauron, and that's the best way to make it look pretty much like it's actually moving like an actual eye. All right. So, as far as play features go, honestly, I think I did a pretty good job with this. Given that like you can have Frodo and Sam, or Frodo and Gollum fall off the edge. And also like the added addition. Okay, here's like the rock pieces. Actually, let me give you a better shot at this. This is a really cool way I made it look like there was lava coming out through the rock and spilling out and shooting out. I love the way this looks. This is like my 5th draft of like pretty much like this rock and pillar portion of it, but it is a little bit all over the place with the greebling, but far away, I think it looks natural. It looks okay. If I did redo it, I would add just pretty much just all gray like I did in some of the earlier drafts. If you haven't checked out my earlier Lego stuff, definitely check it out. It's Derek Von Doom, which is totally fitting right now that I'm talking about Mount Doom here. Okay, and oh yeah, play features. Sorry. All right, let's get back to the cool stuff. Okay, so this is the interior play feature that I made for the the Mount Doom custom that I did. Okay. Actually, if you wanted to kind of do this yourself or make something similar, or if you're even interested in kind of like some building techniques or something, stuff like that, this is kind of the way I did the back of it, and this is how I got it to stand up, which is a big thing. I definitely did not want to do this without a backdrop. Obviously it would be so cool if I could make a giant like mountain, like the actual volcano in Mordor, but it would have to be about the same size as say the Barad-dûr, but just 360 degrees, like 2 of them. I could do that and then put this on the inside and then make it so you could open it up and go into the interior of Mount Doom. The only thing is, obviously, as you can tell, I don't have the pieces for it. If I had the pieces for it, so help me God, I would do it. I've seen Brixie do it actually. Giving a shout out. I think he's a local boy. That would be cool. I think I asked him to. I don't know if I would want to because I want to keep it here, but it would be cool to put this inside of the mountain. Okay, I am covering a lot here. All right. So you know what? I'm gonna jump into the Hobbiton actually. Let's go over here because and I'm gonna set my phone over in the corner and I really want to rearrange this. I think it might be cool to just set my phone, see what I can do. Yeah, this will be cool. Tell me what you think. I think I could put my phone like right here and do an overhead look of it. This is so cool. I'm so glad I did this. This is awesome. The way I did this, it's so much like free range to build and to make this stuff pretty awesome. So I'm gonna go grab my selfie stick over here. This one's pretty cool because you can attach this to whatever you want and bend it into place. All right, cool. All right. I think this will be the best way to do it. Yeah. So, okay. I am going to add a couple more posters, actually. I was fortunate enough to meet Billy Boyd, the character Pippin in Lord of the Rings. My dad and I went to the Lord of the Rings Orchestra in, I think, 2004 or 5. This is in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Okay. This will be really cool to show you. Okay, so this is Billy Boyd, Pippin's autograph from the meet and greet after the show. But he did the Edge of Night song. Oh, miss behind the world ahead. I got his autograph to Derek. I wish it said Von Doom, but I was not Derek Von Doom at that point. So it's really cool. We were in like the pit and they did, I think all 3 movies, like kind of did a little bit from each one. But this is the autograph from John Massari, the conductor of the show. So that's really cool. The fact that I even met any character in The Lord of the Rings is so cool. I don't mean to brag or anything. I want to meet Ian McKellen. That would be my dream. I think I was, watching maybe some like type of morning show with Kelly and Mark or something, and the guy was talking about, oh yeah, you know what? It was the actor from Shang-Chi. He was talking about meeting Ian McKellen, I think in one of the movies or something, and that would be cool. But I was just telling you, I'm gonna definitely arrange more posters. Okay. See, there's a lot of stuff to cover. It's hard to do just one thing. Okay, this is a cool poster. I have the Return of the King one over here. Actually, let me just do this right now. Yeah. And then we're going to jump back to the Hobbiton. Right. I need tape. Melting tape would be the best. That's totally fine. So, here's the thing. If the phone takes a fall in the video, do not be surprised. It's just doing a lot of stuff down here. I'm just going to pick it back up and put it back on. All right, so that's a cool Return of the King. It's a ad, or I guess something like that. They put these outside of where I hope everyone likes my Pittsburgh Penguins Christmas sweater, mind you. They are playing very well. I think they're number 2 in the Metropolitan, so kudos to them. For now, I think I could just stick this in here. Okay, so I'm gonna put this one right here. I need to find tape. Let me get some tape here. All right, I'm gonna jump out of the videos, but I don't want to leave any. I don't want any static, like stuff like that. Let me grab some tape and I'm gonna tape that on the wall. So I got the tape for my poster. Okay, this is a cool light brick. Yeah. I'm gonna hang up this poster. Sorry about the disturbance if you hear someone yelling.
Where's all my blankets?
Okay, oh, this is fun. This is fun. You get an added bonus. There's Derek Von Doom's mother embarrassing him while he's doing his Lord of the Rings stuff. Okay, here we go. So I'm putting this up.
Turn it off.
I'm doing this.
Turn it off. No, you're not putting posters on my walls. No.
Okay, so if anybody's witnessing this,
no.
this is crazy.
I want my blankets back
This is what
on
I
my
deal
shelves.
with in my life.
I want my blankets back where they go. I want my blankets.
I'm trying to do my Lego Lord of the Rings
I
stuff.
want my blankets back where they belong. I didn't say you can lay them all over the floor. You're not putting posters up. No.
If everyone's in pain, this is
What
my
are you
life.
doing? I didn't say you could do this. Don't even think about hanging that up.
No, she actually knew I had all this stuff down here pretty much.
Get up. Get
Prior
no,
to
no,
this
no.
video. Yeah,
No, we're not doing this. No, we're not.
Okay, so unfortunately, I'm sorry I have to end this. My mother is not sane, so thank you. Sorry we have to end this. Sorry. If anyone's out there, please feel bad for me because this is my life. And hopefully I'll get back to this soon. Sorry about that.
This is at your house. Sorry to say. I want my blankets back.